Who am I? What am I doing here? That's kind of the basic spiritual question that we're grappling with now. Who am I? Answering that question is, of course, enlightenment. What am I doing here? That's a different question. What if it was the other way around? And that answering the second question helps you answer the first question. Because, first of all, what am I doing here? That right there is a dual statement. What am I doing here? That's implying that there is a somewhere else and that I am here. Like, why am I here? Why am I not over there? So, first of all, that question needs to be rephrased. You can see it immediately. That's not a question that's going to get you anywhere. That's going to question that's just going to spin you in circles. What am I doing here? Well, first of all, where's there? How did I get here? Those are that's just the typical nebulous spiritual question that can never be understood, and so it keeps you constantly enslaved to not knowing who you are. So change that question. What am I doing here? Well, you've already been here a long time and you've already done a whole bunch of things. You can't undo any of the things that you've done, like especially if you're old like me. I've already done a whole bunch of things, though none of those things can be undone. They've already been done. So what am I doing here? Well, I already did all those things. So that question is already answered for then. Oh, I know we're not supposed to talk about the past and future, but I don't care. If we start looking at things this way, then now we have to ask a different question. Well, okay, so I've already done a whole bunch of things. So that's already answered. So the real question is, what do I do next? What do I do now? What can I do different? And now we're starting to ask some really interesting questions that can have a big effect not only on your own life, but on the lives of the people around you, your community, perhaps the whole world that we live in. What can I do different? What should I do next? Yes, we're talking about the future, but who am I and what am I doing here is a question about the future. The past is already done. Right now, I'm talking into a camera and shooting this video. Right now, you're watching this video. So, I mean, what should I do? Well, keep watching the video. Maybe I'll say something wise before it's all done. You never know. But so let's start looking at it. What should I do next? What could I do different? That's a really interesting question because you kind of, in order to actually do things different, you have to be a little different than what you were before. So many of the things that we've done before was just done out of necessity or conditionings or something like that. So what should I do next? And then take it all out of the non-dual bullshit. And that kind of starts answering the question of, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? Well, something, I hope. What's it going to be next? Now you've put yourself in like a dynamic situation of being alive. You exist. You exist here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Who are you?